Hello.
How are you?
Great. It's so good to see you. And I know it's virtual, but it's still nice to see faces that we would normally
It
get to
is.
see a couple times a year
Absolutely. We would normally be giving hugs, but
or shots in Vegas celebrating your ACM nomination.
that's right. God, it's so cool to be up, for an award. I mean, you write something, you work hard on making the record and you put your whole self into it. So for it to get recognized even to this point is, just gratifying. It's cool.
Now, obviously, I just want to kick it off. Brice nominated for an ACM, but also I think that your songs, things have kind of turned around, and you've had a second win with kind of hit to hit to hit. What does that feel like? Did you notice that? Because you go years back. You've been doing this, and you've been knocking out of the park. I Drive Your Truck, some hits that you had years and years ago, and now to put them out right now and for them to be successful. What's that like?
Well, it's amazing. We work for this. You work to try to get momentum going, and Rumor kind of really started that off, and to where now like one of them girls is flying for us. And gosh, that feels good. I mean, I wish I was on the road playing shows. Excuse me. But you can't ask for more than what I'm getting right now from momentum and songs and radio and so we're just taking it in. This is what we work for.
Well, and it is cool to see, on the radio side and all our listeners out there, a response to a song. You don't get it all the time, even if they like it. But this has been a song, one of them girls that people have been excited about. And I think that's invigorating, even, when you work in radio for a little bit, to see your listeners get excited about a song.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that makes my heart happy for y'all. I know y'all, you play music all day long. You get 1,000 songs a day. And so to be one that you're excited to play, and I got to play it for a few people before we ever put it out, and they were ready to play it. So it feels good to feel that from you guys.
Heck yeah. Now, I know you were just saying before to somebody else about this might be one of the best summers looking back of your life with your kids and your wife, Sarah, that you've gotten to spend so much time. And with that being said, a lot of people, that's about perspective.
It is. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I think there's definitely two sides. I've got a whole nother side that's really been rough, and unfortunately, there's a lot of folks that don't really have a whole lot of positive side. They might be really stuck in a big city and they can't do it. It's definitely everybody has their own stuff, but I feel like I'm blessed to be able to say that I can look at it for sure, at least one half of it, and go, man, I know this is tough, but like I got to spend every day with my kids this summer. I don't know when that ever would have happened, because this is our busy time. And I mean busy like gone, home for 12 hours, gone for 2 weeks, home for 24 hours, gone for a week. And so, yeah, I'm lucky enough to be able to say that there's a positive side of this too, for sure. For me and my family.
And I do love, you've got a little girl now too. You've got the boys, but what's it been like having a little girl? Cause I'm a younger sister with two brothers. So I know what it's like.
Well, she's okay. So it's amazing. First of all, I mean, she is just amazing. She's getting now though. She just turned 3. So now she's starting to get her little attitude, and like not attitude, but this prissy personality thing. I mean, she changes a dress like every 10 minutes. She'll go change by herself, come out with a new dress on, and her mama's heels. And she just is all girl, but she loves the farm and she wants to go riding. And so, I mean, it's very different. My boys, I mean, I still remember holding them and just thinking how precious they were, and they still are, but they're big old boys now, 12 and 6. But it was a different thing holding a little girl. And even now, she's 3 and she's still, it's just a different thing.
And she'll always be your little girl.
Yeah, that's right. I said that to her the other night. I said, "You'll always be my baby girl." She's like, "I'm not a baby."
Aw. Yeah, just wait until she's in her 30s and
Right.
she eats it up, and she loves that relationship. And Brice, again, nominated for an ACM. Real quick, we're going to do quick 3 questions for you.
Ooh.
What do you allow yourself to splurge on?
Well, whatever my wife cooks. So like if I'm on a diet, if she decides she's going to cook homemade spaghetti, I'm in it.
That is an interesting angle. Some people were saying like materialistic things that they pay for, but that I like.
Yeah.
All right. What about any of the shows or movies you've binge watched lately? What character would you want to be in any of them?
Oh man. Well, I would love to be old Ragnar Lothbrok in Vikings, you know.
Oh,
Go back to an old time and live in that, you know, just primitive, just and then the whole world is still out there and you don't even know where it's at. And you still go exploring and like and have that excitement, you know, of doing that. You know, it's like almost everything has been explored now. You know, we know everything about all the stuff so I'd love to be able to go back and be a Viking and be the man, you know, carrying around a sword and a shield.
yeah, real manly man.
Right.
Very cool. And last question. You're having a conversation with somebody. It turns totally awkward. What's your go-to that you bring up, you start talking about?
I don't know, football. Yeah, and the lack of there recently, you know.
Right? Which I bet you're glad it's back.
Yes, I'm so glad. And actually, you know, I played for Clemson, and so we had a good game, and I'm glad it's back, even if it is just kind of the way it is right now. It's so, I mean, it's like there's just nothing like that sound and just sitting on the couch and watching a game, you know, much less being at one.
For sure. I know so many of our listeners can relate to that one. And Lee, will be looking for you on the show and so excited rooting for you for that ACM.
Absolutely. Thank you, Darwin. Talk to you later.
Good to see you, Lee. Have a good one.
Good. Awesome.